I'm going to describe how you can use weapons in this game. If you have one weapon, you're allowed to roll one die against a guard. If you have two weapons, you're allowed to roll two dice. If you have three weapons, you can only roll two dice because you only have two hands, a left hand and a right hand. This extra weapon is a spare in case you should break a weapon. Guards only need to be attacked if you're trying to push through from the front. If you're behind a guard, you don't have to attack him or have any weapons. Simply use an action chip in the room and move past him. Think of him as sort of a one-way gate. Gray number guards have a number from 2 to 5, and they can only be beaten if you equal or exceed their number on one single die roll. So you're not allowed to add the dice up. In order to push past a guard, basically what you do is you put down an action to attempt to shove past him. You're going to roll 1 or 2 dice depending on how many weapons that you want to use. Now, keep in mind, if you roll a 1, you will have broken a weapon, and a weapon will be removed from your card. If you roll 2 1s, you've broken 2 weapons. So that's some really bad luck there. So let's see what happens. I happen to have 2 weapons, so I'm going to go ahead and roll 2 dice for this encounter. So I'm going to go ahead and put an action chip in the room, and I'm going to state that I'm attempting to push past the guard. That way at least everybody knows what you're doing. Since I've got 2 weapons, I'm going to roll 2 dice. So let's go ahead and roll these and see what I get. Okay. I rolled a 2 and a 1. That wasn't enough to push past him, and I did happen to break a weapon. So on my card I'm going to have to remove a weapon. Now I've only got 1 die that I can roll. So I can just simply put down another chip to attempt to push past him again. I'm going to roll a die, and I ended up with a 3. That's still not enough to push past him, but at least I didn't break my last weapon. Well, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to put another action chip down, and I'm going to roll this die again. There we go. Got a 5. So I go ahead and move past him. So the action chip, the last one that I placed, was to attempt to push past him. So basically, you put down the chip, you roll the die, you move the figure. Red number guards have the numbers 7 and 8 on them. They require the excessive force of 2 weapons in order to beat them. So you're going to have to roll 2 dice, add these dice up to equal or exceed their number. So let's see what happens when we try to beat him. I'm going to go ahead and put an action chip in the room and declare that I'm attempting to push past the guard. I'm going to roll 2 dice. Let's see what happens. Okay, I rolled a 2 and a 1. So that means I broke a weapon and I didn't make it. So on my card, I didn't have a spare weapon. Since I broke one, I've only got 1 weapon. Since I only have 1 weapon, pushing past this guard is impossible. What I'll have to do is simply go a different direction on the map and try to pick up another weapon in order to continue going that way. Guards do not remain beaten during your turn. In other words, if you use an action to attempt to push past him and are successful, and let's say that for some reason you want to move back, by the way, you don't have to fight him if you want to go back from the back way. But let's say if you explore around and you want to come back again during your same turn, you will have to fight him again. So you can use an action to attempt to push past him, and if you fail, you'll have to continue to use more actions to attempt it again. Guards do not stay beaten during your turn. You have to fight them every time if you're going against them from the side that they're facing you.